Before I say anything else, put a hoodie on. You wear one when you come to my channel, goddammit. Now, you know what this video is about based on the title of the video when you clicked on it, and if you don't, why? The fuck? Do I gotta put it in subtitles or something? Do I gotta slow it down, remix it, or give you multiple choice like John or something? Come on. So much like the platinum that I got back in August, the script that I started writing for this video was also created back in August, and now it's September. I know, look, obviously ain't the first dude to get a platinum, but I had mad fucking fun last time putting a video together for something like this. It gave me a stark taste of how lengthy it can take to edit a video when you're putting actual time and energy into the shit. So with that being said, why not do it again? I posted on my other channel that I had planned to finish the game and edit the video and have it up before the 27th of August, which was basically marking a month that the game had been out. But, you know, I had to renege on that days after because, well, you know, when your personal life starts to fuck with you and you don't fight back, shit like this happens, yada yada yada. I mean, the script's been done for a while now. I've just been so busy that I haven't been able to like record this or get anything done. Just know that basically the fact that you're watching this now means that I finally found time to edit the video and get it up and all that good shit. But with all that being said, whatever, let's go ahead and hop into it. Samurai Warriors 5 is the recent installment in the Musou series with a focus on Oda Nobunaga and Akechi Mitsuhide. Much like how the game before it, I believe, Spirit of Senida, if we're not looking at Empires. Actually, no, I think Empires came out after Spirit of Senida.
You're stupid.
But anyway, Samurai Warriors 5 basically has the same type of premise as Spirit of Senida with a focus on a few characters. I mean, mainly it was Yukimura, but I mean, in the grand scheme, it was Yukimura, Nobuyuki, and Masayuki. That's how this game is. Samurai Warriors 5 focuses on Nobunaga and Mitsuhide, and basically their paths leading up to the incident on Honnouji. And for Mitsuhide, his final path leading up at Yamazaki after the incident at Honnouji. Real quick. Real quick. So, to those that finished the game, do you remember when Mitsuki was basically holding Mitsuhide up after Mitsuhide was injured and basically on his way towards death? Doesn't it kind of remind you of Spirit of Senida when you finally finish, I believe it was the Osaka campaign with Yukimura, and you have Kunoichi basically looking out for Yukimura up until his death, and then Yukimura sends off Kunoichi because he's like, bruh, I'ma die anyway, so you do me a favor, take these 6 coins to my brother, let him know I crossed the river, so I'll just be waiting on him on the other side when it's time for him to get there. Does that not seem familiar? I mean, Mitsuki was a ninja, Kunoichi was a ninja, Yukimura was on his deathbed basically, Akechi was on his deathbed, the only difference being that Mitsuhide died right there while Mitsuki was still standing there, and Yukimura died after sending Kunoichi off, and Yukimura was like, hey bruh, look, it's a wrap, bro. Just go ahead and take my head. I'm done. I had a good fight. GG's. I mean, but you get the point. It starts off with them meeting at Nagara River, and, you know, obviously the story in between, and then up until Honnouji. Boom. That's it. Again, except for Mitsuhide, but you get the point. But, you know, I enjoyed the story for what it was worth, the gameplay for what it was worth. Although there were times where the cutscenes and dialogue in between battles was at times overbearing, and I just wanted to enjoy the damn battles. But, you know, I get it. You gotta build a story outside of the fights, during the fights, and after the fights. I have a few grievances about the game, but, you know, we'll get into it as I go through this. Hopefully this video won't be as long as the first platinum video I did, which, now that I'm thinking about it, it may. But if it is, I do apologize to all 3 of you that may fucking watch this video. But fuck with me, yeah? Starting off, most of the trophies are naturally given to you as you play through the game, like any game nowadays, you know? But once I got through all of chapter 6, unlocking the secret chapter, which is not really that secret, but whatever, and clearing all the battles in Citadel mode, I took a look at the rest of the trophies to see what I should do next, and I figured that the next best thing to do was go through both Musou mode and Citadel mode and get an S rank in all battles. Looking back on it, I'm glad I went through Citadel mode first, because not only did I clear all battles and get S ranks on them, I also took the hefty, tedious, monotonous time of getting everybody's relationships maxed out except for Imagawa Yoshimoto and Saika Magoichi, because they were still locked within the Reverie secret chapters, which I hadn't touched yet. Additionally, I was able to go ahead and max out all of the buildings and quickly get the trophy out the way as well, which later down the line helped me acquire pretty good weapons and max them out, except for the Blade and Matchlock, because fuck that weapon, before attempting to hunt down the rare weapons. Doing Citadel mode first also kind of helped me level up a few of the scrubs that I hadn't played with initially in the story. Also went ahead and got that goofy ass equestrian trophy knocked out too, because why the fuck not? So, we caught up? Yay, happy times. Whatever. Probably one thing that's too late to actually mention is that in my last video, I had footage on every single trophy that I got throughout the gameplay when I was trying to platinum it. That's not the case this time. I actually don't even know what happened. I just never recorded most of the footage. I have footage of some trophies, but not all of it. But trust me, obviously I have the platinum. Otherwise I wouldn't be making this video, because then it'd be a farce. And I don't like lying to people. That being said, it was time to go and hit S ranks on every battle in Musou mode. I kind of became divisive between either just going for all S ranks or both S ranks and bonus objectives that I failed or missed. But in the end, I said fuck it and went for all S ranks first. I figured it was the best way to assuredly get that first, instead of going for bonus objectives that I didn't know who I had to play with to trigger or what to do to trigger the shit. I ain't a goddamn pro like other Sengoku Musou players out there. Alright? Shit, leave me alone. Anyway, by this point, my main man Akechi was dummy maxed out. I'm sorry for your ears. But Mitsuhide was stupid maxed out at this point. Couldn't even go any further than level 50. And the weapon I had him using was maxed out as well. So guess who I played with the most during this run? Ieyasu. No, I'm kidding, obviously. But not every mission had to be played again, as there were a good bit that I had already not only had the highest rank in, but also had all objectives possible. Because even though I'm not a mega pro, I'm a consummate Samurai Warriors player who knows a bonus objective when he smells one. And fuck you, I heard the plaintive cries of criticism for not getting all 9 character specific bonus objectives in one go. Some just ain't trigger. I know for a fact that I got them shits at the right time. This ain't about that right now. This is about S ranks. Maybe sounds like I say S ranks or S rank in this video. Achieving the highest rank on certain battles granted me extra access to all the battles in the hidden chapter of the game, which I went on to do after completing the last battle in chapter 6. I don't remember off the bat if I aced or S'd the extra hidden battles. I'm sorry, I'll be here all night. But they did get their ranks overall anyway. Side note, the horse that you get from the stables, I believe his name was what, Hoshutsukage or something like that. After beating the Reverie chapter, I was able to unlock him on top of Keiji Maida's trusted horse, it's something. Shit, fuck you. We ain't gonna worry about that later. He not the point of what I'm talking about right now. He not even the trophy. Hoshutsukage is the trophy, and I got him after beating the chapter. Shit. But I did those, and right after, I went back to Citadel mode one last time because I finally had unlocked Yoshimoto and Magoichi. It was time to complete the maxing out of relationships and have a lovely movie night. I only thought about streaming the whole thing on my Twitch, but who the fuck wants to watch a whole ass stream of nothing but mere conversation in game about Samurai Warriors, which ain't really all that popular. I could have skipped all of the cutscenes until I got to my trophy, but I genuinely wanted to watch them. Regardless, that trophy was done, I'm almost positive that immediately after I went to hunt for all the missing event scenes in the game that was also needed, which weren't many left anyway. Boom, finished that, proceeded to go to get the, we're not having this again, proceeded to go and hunt down the rare weapons. Which, because I was already drained from doing so back in Samurai Warriors 4-2 when I was pursuing those rare weapons, thank fucking hell there were only 16 weapons I had to get instead of fucking like what, 55 or 58 or some shit like that. And the premise of getting them wasn't as jarring as it was in the previous iterations of the game. Simple as fuck. Achieve 4 S ranks, 2 specific battles apiece for each weapon. Cool, not a problem. Let me go ahead and handle this shit one bit at a time. They're the last 2 out of 3 trophies I had to clear outside of the objectives trophy. I'm sorry that I get a little too excited and sometimes I end up fucking my speech up because I get too into the shit, but yeah, y'all don't care about that shit, whatever. Shit was fine all until I got up to the Great Iga Uprising. No matter how fast or good I thought I was at clearing the battle, I always ended up clearing it with nothing higher than A. I did that shit easily 4 times until I finally beat it and got the weapon. I was starting to feel like the conquest of Shikoku all over again. Beating Motochika Chosokobi and not getting that bonus objective at all in the slightest, even though I was doing everything in my power to unlock that shit. But boom, I did that shit easily 4 times like I said until I finally beat it and got the weapon. I didn't beat it until the next day though, because after the 4th fail, I took my sorry ass to sleep and said fuck it. But boom, finished the last one and there was that trophy. You know, I feel like I'm actually coasting through this video pretty smoothly as opposed to the last one where I feel like I was just rambling a bunch of nonsense half the time. But anyway, here we are. The last thing to do is go through every battle I didn't have all objectives cleared on and, well, I mean, go get the rest of them shits like I said earlier. I didn't have any footage at all to showcase the before and after so that you can see what all I did and what all I didn't have to do as far as which battles. But take my word for it, I was basically like 65, 70, maybe 80% through already. So it wasn't much, but it was still a ways to go. I'm gonna be frank as hell with y'all. Here's one of the things I didn't like about this game as compared to like the last 2 iterations. This game doesn't even hint that certain battles need you to play as specific characters for unlocking bonus objectives. They just leave you to figure that shit out, which I guess presents the challenge, but completing it can be annoying and tedious as hell as you're sometimes forced to, you know, repeat a battle over and over again, sometimes a few times depending on the different characters to make sure you get it. Hell, I was drained and I'm gonna be honest, there were times where I looked certain battles up. Yep, just like I did with the weapons back in SW42. To see what the bonus objective was, because surely 9 times out of 10 it was a character specific bonus objective, or it was an objective for a character that you weren't supposed to be playing with in order for you to trigger that objective. It was like that a few times. Kananji. Kisugawaguchi.
Listen, thank you.
I wasn't that mad, but it sure as fuck was annoying and I had to take breathers in between because of the monotony at times. Another grievance I had was that if you unlocked or failed a bonus objective, the game wouldn't keep track of it and it would just show as basically question marks in the post-battle part. So with how my memory is set up at times, I sure as hell didn't remember who the fuck to play with to trigger those objectives again or how to go about doing it again. I think my final grievance was the fact that the game also didn't keep track of who you played with during the times that you went through the battles like how SW42 did. In that game, it made it easy to whittle down who needed to be played with still for the premise of objectives. It would have made it easier to figure out who might actually trigger the bonus objective I had been missing. These things aren't major in the grand scale of things, but it didn't make completing this any easier. The battle I made sure I saved for last though was Mitsuhide Yamazaki. I knew what the missing bonus objective was, which was defeating Hashiba Hideyoshi with a Musu Frenzy attack, and I didn't do it the first time around simply because of the fact I was still a greenhorn at the game and didn't go about it in the best way. It turned out to be a good thing because I like being dramatic at times with my endings. And what better way to achieve a platinum and cap off the game with not only 100% objective, but I mean, again, a platinum by finishing the final battle in the game versus the man that would soon unify Japan and the man that recently took down Nobunaga. It felt right, and that's exactly how I did it. And that's basically it. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate you for watching this video. I mean, I'm not one to really ask for it like that, but if you could, like the video. I guess share it too, whatever, if people still do that kind of thing. I spent like 130 some odd hours in this game. Like 130 some odd hours. Like 130 some. Like 130.
A phony lives here! A big fat phony!
Getting everything done and wrapped up. And I really wish I could have had this out sooner, but that just wasn't the case. A couple side things to note. Even though I shitted on Ieyasu on my first Samurai Warriors 4 2 Platinum video, in this game, he was alright. I didn't really have any issues with Ieyasu this time around. I kind of liked him. I almost cried just then. Look, it's only because Mitsunari wasn't involved in this game in the Western Army, and Hideyoshi was still glowing up. He was still glowing up, so there were no problems. But when it comes down to it, I mean, at the end of the day, still fuck Ieyasu, just not fuck Ieyasu this time around because he ain't fucking with my boy Mitsunari. One more small grievance I have is that creating a custom samurai is not available in this game, which kind of sucks because it would have been nice to have my boy Staveshi or his father Staveshin in this game. I mean, I fucking love creating custom characters. I love carrying my custom character over into the next Samurai Warriors game. It just feels right at this point ever since Samurai Warriors 2. But I mean, I'm rambling at this point. The same shit I was talking about in my last video, and I don't need this video being any longer than what it is now, especially considering the point that it's done. So that being said, y'all take care, be safe, and always wear a hoodie whenever you watch a video of mine. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Hey babe, I know you told me not to ask, and I'm sorry that I am, but look, the dude we got at home is fucking played out now. He's a goddamn softy. I don't know what the hell it is you see in the dude, but he's soft as fuck. This man right here, I'm looking at him right now. The man looks arrogant. He looks dominant.
But we already have an arrogant, dominant man at home.
All right. I'll see you when you get home.